What's going on, guys? JSGC here, and we are here for another Manchester City video. We're not doing a transfer update today, but instead I'm going to be giving you my predictions for what I think might be Manchester City's starting 11 next season, as well as having a look at all of our squad, having a look at what players may leave, what players Manchester City may sign. So before I crack on with this video, make sure, like always, if you are enjoying the content and you want to help support my channel, then subscribe, press that red button, press the bell and put your push notifications on. I'm aiming for 8,000 subscribers at the time of recording this video. We are now less than 100 subscribers away, so any help towards that would be much appreciated. You can also find my social media links in the description below and popping up on screen if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. My email also in the description below too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries. Leave a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. Let's aim for 250 likes for this video, so any help towards that would be much appreciated. Leave your thoughts in the comments below too. As I'm always interested in what you do have to say. Let me know your predictions for what you think might be Manchester City's starting 11 for next season. Before I crack on with the video though, just wanted to say a quick shout out to YKYK, who is the latest JSGC member, who gets access to lots of stickers and emojis for him to use as part of the JSGC membership. If you want to join and get a shout out on the video and have access to these stickers and emojis, then all you need to do is join my membership next to the subscribe button. You should see the button join, where you'll be given the option where you can become a League 2 member, League 1 member, Championship member and a Premier League member as well. I've done a video on that. If you just click join, you'll be able to watch, and I'll give you more details about that. So let's crack on with the video. So I'm going to first up go through my ins and outs for Manchester City, then I can speak about the squad. So I think that certainly David Silva will be leaving Manchester City along with Claudio Bravo. Both their contracts are up. I think both of them will be leaving Manchester City this summer. I also think that Angelino will be sold, so that means Manchester City may well be having a look at a left back. And I'm also predicting Otamendi and John Stones to both leave Manchester City this summer. So in terms of players that have been in and around the first team squad throughout some point last season, or this current season should I say, then I think it'll be 5 players leaving Manchester City, and I think that we'll be signing 4 players. I don't think that Claudio Bravo will be replaced. I think we'll just use Zach Steffen. And also, I don't think that Manchester City will be replacing David Silva. I think they'll just be giving them minutes to Phil Foden and assessing that potentially for either the winter window or possibly into the summer after. So in terms of ins, I've gone for Manchester City to sign 1 attacker, which is going to come in the form, in my opinion, I reckon that will be Ferran Torres. And I'm going for 3 defenders to sign for Manchester City. I think it will be 2 centre-backs and potentially a left-back. Struggling with the left-back one, so I've gone with, start with that. So first controversial choice, I've gone with David Alaba. He's a player that is available for transfer for a good price, €36 million too. Problem is he doesn't want to move to England. I'm confident though if City put the bid in and spoke with Alaba, they could try and persuade him. I think it'd be realistic that we could try and persuade him. I think it's better than not trying, and I would certainly prefer Alaba over Ben Chilwell, for example, but we'll have to wait and see. But I've gone for David Alaba. I'm sure lots of people will be disagreeing and letting me know lots of left backs that they want Manchester City to sign, so let me know in the comments below. I've also gone, I reckon Man City will get their man Kalidou Koulibaly, who I reckon will be signing as our experienced centre back. If that doesn't work, I reckon it will be Scrania, but I'm going for Koulibaly to become a Manchester City player this summer. And I'm also going for a centre back that has to be homegrown with John Stones leaving. I reckon that might be Nathan Ake, left-footed, can play left-sided side of centre-back, of course, and would know that it would be a rotated option behind a Merrick Laporte. That's only, I reckon, though, if Bournemouth are relegated and we could pick up Ake for a good price. Apparently we've paid £40 million. I don't see City going as high as £40 million in the current economic climate. And so, I'm going to pop up now my prediction for Manchester City's strongest starting 11 based on them transfers. So I've gone for Ederson in goal, Walker at right back, Alaba at left back, Koulibaly and Laporte at centre-back. That is a fantastic defence. That is a defence that is capable of winning the Premier League and causing problems for lots of teams in the Champions League. That is a fantastic defence. That sorts out all of our problems, in my opinion. Now I've gone for Rodri, De Bruyne and Phil Foden. I should imagine that lots of people will be going Phil Foden they're not too sure about, but Phil Foden, in my opinion, next season is going to be a big season for him. I think he's put in some fantastic performances for Manchester City. He's got a lot of intent there, and I'm hoping that this next season is going to be the season where Phil Foden gets a lot more starts and minutes for Manchester City. And in my opinion, we do play some very good football when he's playing, because Phil Foden is so energetic. There's so much movement there. So Rodri, De Bruyne and Phil Foden, I'm more than happy for that to be Manchester City's midfield. I think that's a very good midfield in my opinion. Now out wide I've gone for Ferran Torres on the right wing, Raheem Sterling on the left wing and Sergio Aguero up front. I've just put Torres in there, new Manchester City signing, so I wanted to see how he would look. I'm not too sure if he's going to be a starting 11 option ahead of possibly Bernardo Silva and Riyad Mahrez, but I've gone for Ferran Torres there. I want to see what he's capable of, and that is a potential starting 11 for Manchester City next season. And that, in my opinion, is a very good side. And I'd look forward to watching that team week in, week out. Now, City, of course, we've got so many options there that we have the option of having what people tend to call a B team. So I'm going to pop that up as well, and this is Manchester City's option should any player pick up any injuries or need squad rotation or out of form, etc, etc. So Stefan in net, Cancelo at right back, Mendy at left back, Garcia and Ake at centre back. That's a decent Premier League back four and a decent goalkeeper as well. You know what I mean? There's some good options there for Manchester City. I've gone for a midfield of Fernandinho, İlkay Gundogan and Alexander Zinchenko. Now, I do see Alexander Zinchenko potentially leaving Manchester City, and it does open up what I was saying, that David Silva not being replaced will be an area that City will need to address at some point within the next 12 months, because obviously we've got Fernandinho that can play back up to Rodri, so can İlkay Gundogan, who can also do some roles with De Bruyne, but with David Silva leaving, there is a little bit of a hole there for an extra central midfielder. Zinchenko can play in that attacking slot. He plays for it in the Ukraine. He's really good at it as well. He's just never played for it with Manchester City. He gets to be utilised as a left-back rather than his more natural position, which is sitting at the top end of midfield. I would like to see Zinchenko playing there, see what he's capable of. Might not be to level that City want, but he's certainly a good squad-rotated player there. But like I said, it does open up that City do need a central midfielder at some point, which is why we've been getting linked with central midfielders like Thiago, like Husamaura, like Højbjerg of Southampton as well. That's why City are getting linked with midfielders. I'm just not sure we're going to address that this summer. I could be wrong though. Like I said, if you think City are going to go for a central midfielder, who would you like to see City sign? In my honest opinion, Aura would be my option. But there we go. I've gone for wingers of Bernardo Silva and Riyad Mahrez, both of them more than capable of playing on the right and left, and Gabriel Jesus up front. That is a solid team. That's some great options there for Manchester City, in my opinion, and that is a very good squad that's more than capable of us reducing that deficit on Liverpool, leapfrogging them, and winning back the Premier League for next season. What City need to do, though, is iron out their mistakes. City need to start cutting out the individual mistakes that they make, and also, as Fabian Del famously said in the All or Nothing documentary, go back to basics of football. If you're under pressure, the ball needs putting out, put the ball out of play. Regroup. If you're uncomfortable on the ball, pass the ball to somebody else. Let them deal with it. If you're in a tight situation, get yourselves out of it as quickly as possible, rather than getting yourself into danger. But in my opinion, them two teams that I mentioned for Manchester City there is a lot better for options this year than this current season, and so I reckon, like I said, that team with the defence sorted is more than capable of being able to perform and pick up a good points tally. Whether they'd win the Premier League or not, like I said, it's all about consistency. If the team can get a run of form going, then that would be ideal for us, and that would certainly help us on our way to trying to retain the Premier League. The level that City and Liverpool have set at the top of the Premier League over the last few seasons is ridiculous, and it gets to a point where you're needing a run of 14, 15 games minimum in the Premier League where you win every single game on a streak as well, for you to be able to put one of the other two teams under pressure, and that is what's happened over the last few seasons. So that's what City need to try and do, and City can only do that through consistency. So that means that we need to sort our defence out, cut out their mistakes, and then look for consistency. Go into places, obviously Norwich have been relegated, but that's one of the most disappointing results that I've come across this season, losing away at Norwich. There's been games against Manchester United, both home and away, where we've been disappointed in the Premier League. Against Chelsea as well. These are games where we need to just sort ourselves out, have that more consistency there, and cut out the mistakes, and obviously show that individual bits of quality. But tightening up at defence will certainly help us from leaking goals. Then it all becomes about attack, and obviously people have been looking for a change of formation and being able to break teams down. I don't know if that's come down to player fatigue or whether City just need to work on it a little bit more. That's something for Pep to look at, and potentially he may well look to bring in another attacking player, which could come in the form of an attacker or a striker. I do not know. I'd love to know your thoughts in the comments below, but that, in my opinion, is what City will look to do in the summer. Certainly defensive reinforcements, so I've gone for 3 defensive reinforcements with 3 very good players. So there we go, that has been the video. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did enjoy this video, make sure you leave a thumbs up so I know that you enjoyed the video. I'm aiming for 250 likes, so any help towards that would be much appreciated. Don't forget, leave your thoughts in the comments below with your prediction of who's going to be in and out at Manchester City next season, and what you think Manchester City's squad will be for next season. Subscribe if you're new around here, press that red button, press the bell and put your push notifications on. Aim for 8,000 subscribers, so any help towards that would be much appreciated. You can find my social media links in the description below and popping up on screen too if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. And I'll see everyone in game very soon for the next video. You can go and check out my live reaction that I did to the Arsenal game. I've given all my thoughts over there, what happened in the FA Cup semi-final, so go and check that out if you so wish. I'll leave the link to that at the end of the video. And I'll see everyone again very soon for the next video. We'll be back tomorrow for daily Manchester City transfer update, so looking forward to that. Got plenty of news to look forward to. I'll see everyone again tomorrow. Hope everyone is safe and well too. I've been JSGC. Peace. Ciao for now.